represent reporting to you. Hope you guys are doing well, because apparently what's going on in this world, in this country, is not. Now, Ukraine's Vladimir Zelensky, he may skip his Munich, if I'm pronouncing it right, meeting as fears of Russian evasion grows. It goes on to state that Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky might skip the Munich Security Conference this weekend as fears of Russia invading continue to grow and violence in eastern Ukraine escalates, according to news reports. Zelensky's spokesperson told NBC News on Friday that the president may revisit his plans to attend the conference if the situation gets worse. As of this morning, President Zelensky was planning to attend the Munich Security Conference. The spokesperson said, "Now we are observing the situation, which is getting more and more dramatic and intense. A final decision on his attendance is expected to be made in the coming hours. If there is a dramatic escalation of some worrying messages, then he might change his mind." Zelensky was scheduled to depart for Germany on Saturday morning and was scheduled to meet with U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris while at the conference. It goes on to say the potential schedule change comes the same day as several intense developments in the tensions between Russia and Ukraine, particularly in far eastern regions of the country where Russian separatists control some cities. Now, since Thursday, the region has seen shelling attacks with hundreds of explosions and an alleged car bombing. Ukrainian officials and Russian separatists have blamed each other for the attacks, but no blame has been given yet for the vehicle explosion on Friday. Russian news agencies allege the car belonged to Denis Sinikov, chief of the People's Militia. It was located outside a government building in Donetsk at the time of the explosion. He goes on to say, early in the day, separatist leader Denis Pushlin ordered a mass evacuation to Russia of all women, children, and elderly civilians in the area, claiming Ukraine was planning to invade the separatist-controlled Donetsk and Luhansk regions. In the recent months, we have been observing a daily increase in the number of military personnel and lethal weapons by Ukraine, including Smerch and Uragan, multiple launch rocket systems, NLAW rocket launchers, as well as javelins and stingers along the entire line of contact, Pushlin said in a video statement. Today, their guns are aimed at civilians, at us, and our children. The armed forces of the enemy are in combat formations and are ready for the forceful capture of Donbass. Ukraine immediately denied the accusations. We categorically refute Russian disinformation reports on Ukraine's alleged offense operations or acts of sabotage in chemical production facilities. Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba tweeted, Ukraine does not conduct or plan any such actions in the Donbass. We are fully committed to diplomatic conflict resolutions only. The growing tensions have led the United States and United Kingdom to heavily warn against false flag operations that could fabricate Ukrainian aggression to justify a Russian invasion. We know the Russian government's playbook. Do not be deceived. The UK's Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office tweeted Friday. We call on Russia to de-escalate now and to engage in meaningful talks. The London government indicated that the likely false flag operation involved a staged attack on civilians that will be blamed on Ukraine's military or terrorists. Another possibility, the Foreign Office said, was that Moscow would provoke violence in order to cast its forces as peacemakers. Currently, the U.S. estimates Russia has massed between 160,900 and 190,000 military personnel in and near Ukraine, a massive jump from 100,000 estimated at the end of January. So as we see the tension increase and these rumors and allegations of these bombings and whatnot, I do feel something unsettling in my spirit over there. And I hate to to say this, but I do think something major will happen over there. And then it's also to cause major distractions with us and what's going on over here as inflation increases. Pretty soon, if you're not stacked up on food and if you're not growing food, you're going to starve. This is a fact. This is not fear. The stuff that we are dealing with just over here alone. And so they have all these other distractions that are going on. All I can suggest, and y'all, with this weather, it's a lot of people right now that don't even have lights right now. The grid is off. A lot of people are being affected right now with the weather. So it's so many different things that we are dealing with, let alone with this Russia and Ukraine situation. I'd like to just suggest that right now, y'all, it's really past time, but it's still not too late to make sure you have things you need, and not just water and food. Your 91% alcohol, your cotton balls, your bandages, you know, medical things, which are very, very, very important. Make sure your pets have what they need. Make sure you have a lot of water. If you have water containers that need to be filled up right now, I suggest you start filling them up. And if you don't know where a body of water is around you, because water is to me more important than even food. You can go a long time without eating food, but your body cannot go past 3 days without water. You need water for all types of things. Just for not drinking it. You need water for cooking. You need water for every single thing. And also for your hygiene. I'm just feeling something, y'all. And it's very unsettling. So it's just for us to be prepared as much as we possibly can. Stay prayerful. Please stay prayerful. We all need to be praying, y'all, because this stuff is just ridiculous. Like I say, we can hardly get a breather. It seems like they keep on with all these different things, and and stress causes other complications, medical complications in the body. That's why I like to, encourage you, and I always try to encourage you guys to stay calm and to stay exercising and to stay fasting. You know what I'm saying? Because like you be like really in a calm state when when your body's used to exercising, and you don't have all that junk food all in your system, and you only eat once a day. You know what I mean? Your body's light. You could think more and strategize a whole lot better. And make sure that you have the tools that you may need. Even the things for your car. Things to fix your tires, and it's just the things that that you need for your car. Make sure you got plenty of gas in your tank, and also make sure you have your bug out bags in your car, or the things and the supplies that you need in your car. I know in my car in Texas, I don't have one here, but I do have a vehicle in Texas. I keep it with a bunch of water and a bunch of non-perishables. And I'm so grateful, because there was times where I needed it. I keep a blanket in that car. I have a truck actually. And I keep things that, can opener to open up my canned goods and whatnot, things, all types of water. I keep plenty of water. Change of clothes, for socks, shoes, everything, just in case. You never know if you have to evacuate from your area, because these are the days and times and that we are living in. We're just living in some times that's very questionable. So you guys have to take this call. Watch the world, watch the weather. Smell your water. Purify your water before you use it, and keep surviving. SandHero.com.